Hey guys, I want to talk to you about some new sponge products from Murphy's Magic, and namely these three products right here. They kind of look similar, they kind of do the same thing, but they're not what we're used to as far as the Gossman sponges. So I just want to talk about their differences, what I like, what I don't like. So let's jump in. Hey, check it out. I'm going to take this ball, I'm going to push it on my fist like that. I want you to tell me what hand do you think it's in? This hand? No, it's not in that hand. Over here? Oh, you think you saw it. Now see, that's a cube. The cube is there. I'll give you a second chance. Where do you think the red ball is? Here? No, see, that's a black ball. The red ball jumped over here into my pocket. So that is the basic routine that you learn when you get the color changing ball to cube, or they call it the ball to square color changing. The reason they call it the ball to square color changing is because they also offer a set without the black ball, and it's just the ball to square. So that's something to note. If you're buying this, if you want the color changing, make sure it says color changing. Otherwise, you're just going to get these two. Big difference. Also, they have two different sizes. Something else to note about the color changing ball to cube or ball to square color changing. I'm used to the old titling for this effect, but the color is vibrant, great filling sponge. My biggest pet peeve is sizing. So the sizing of these balls in squares are a little off. So Murphy's 2-inch sponge ball is this size. On the small ones here, these are closer to 1.5 inches. They're not quite the 2-inch. So if you're building a routine with the 2-inch balls and want to substitute or go into this, it's going to be smaller. Same with the bigger one. The bigger one isn't 2 inches either. And it also doesn't match their 3-inch sponge balls that they sell separately. This is closer to a 2.5-inch sponge ball. Again, I don't understand why that sizing difference, but it is what it is. So when this is inverted, spoiler, it looks great. The sizing, color, everything looks great. When you invert it for the first time, you may find a little debris from where it was cut, just factory stuff. Just wipe that off, you're good to go. But I have no complaint here when it's inverted. Same with when it pops back out, it goes right back to form. Great shape, great feel, smooth as silk as it inverts. Same with the small one. Very smooth. I like the small one a little bit better than the big one. It's just fun, can easily be inverted with one hand. Fun to use. But again, the problem with these is size. So just be mindful of that, especially if you're trying to pair these with another prop or build a bigger routine with more sponge balls. Also, be mindful of the fact that this also comes without the color change. So if you don't need the color change, you don't want the extra ball, you might be able to save $1 or $2 and just get the cube change. So keep that in mind when buying this trick. Hey guys, I want to show you a trick using a red ball. I'm going to take the ball, I'm going to push it into my fist. It vanishes and reappears in my pocket. We'll do it again. Watch close. Push it into my fist. And again, it vanishes and reappears in my pocket. Now you may be thinking, oh, I know how he does that. He's not really putting it in his fist. But I assure you I am. In fact, I'll leave a little bit sticking out right there. Watch. Vanish. Oh, I see what's wrong. The reason it won't vanish is because this is a very big ball. So That is a rough routine using the color changing, the growing sponge ball. So this is the Jumbo growing sponge ball by Murphy's Magic. It comes with two 2-inch sponge balls and then the growing ball. They give you two. You don't need two for the routine I just showed you, but they give you two so that you can do a similar routine as I showed you with the color changing ball to cube. So if you want to do it where you end up with that gag with the extra one. Anyway, same problem as with the color changing to cube. Size. Color's great, texture's great, but size. When this is inverted, it's not even close to a 2-inch. Maybe closer to the 2.5-inch that comes with the Jumbo over here. But this just doesn't look right. I have to hide a bulk of that in my fist somehow to make that even look like a 2-inch. And at that point, if I can't display that openly, then I may as well just have it already inverted and hide a bunch of it in my fist. So my pet peeve, my problem with the Jumbo growing ball is size. It just doesn't make sense with the 2-inch balls that it came packaged with. So anyway, something to be aware of if you're buying this trick. One thing I almost forgot to mention is that Murphy's does sell a solid 4-inch ball this size that you can substitute and hand out to be examined. I appreciate that thoughtfulness that they have one that isn't gimmicked that you can hand out. So that was thoughtful on their part, and I like that they offer that as an add-on if you want it.